Hello everyone, Kristen Disney here, and I'm going to quickly go over the writing test and some strategies that will help you survive this test. It's really not a big deal, and I don't want you to stress about it. It's just an essay, 3 to 5 paragraph essay that you'll write over a prompt, and I'm going to show you how you can conquer this very quickly. Fifth and eighth graders will take a writing test after the multiple choice question test in the morning. Um, 11th graders will take their writing test with their ACT. So that's a little bit different, but this presentation is going to show you how you can prepare for these essay tests. Cub, but we're going to start by cubbing the prompt. Why cub the prompt? This will give you purpose for writing. It'll give you your audience that you're writing for, and it will tell you the format for your response. It'll allow you to answer the question that was asked and not one that you make up. You'll have a plan for writing your response if you cub the prompt. Cubbing the prompt. Step 1, we're going to read the prompt. So I've already pulled up the sample 5th grade writing test on the Measured Progress site. And if you've not already looked at this, I recommend that you do go and look at this and become familiar with the tools. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to read the prompt, which is written right here. It says, write an informative essay explaining how camouflage and vision work together to help animals survive in their environments. Be sure to use information from both passages in your paper. Before you begin planning and writing your paper, read the 2 passages. Animals in Disguise, Seeing Animals Differently. Step 2 is read the prompt again. Very important. You want to make sure you understand exactly what the prompt is. So we're going to write an information essay or an informative essay explaining how camouflage and vision work together to help animals survive in their environments. Be sure to use information from both passages in your paper. Before you begin planning and writing your paper, read the 2 passages, Animals in Disguise and Seeing Animals Differently. Okay, so we've done that. Step 3 is to cub. We're going to start cubbing. What is cubbing? We're going to talk about that. C stands for circle, U stands for underline, and B stands for bracket. I'm going to show you what we're going to circle, underline, and bracket. The first thing we're going to do is circle the bossy or command words in the prompt. These are words that are going to tell us to do something. They're the bossy words. I'm going to pick up the sketch pencil. And the first bossy word I see is write. Write an informative essay explaining how camouflage and vision work together. I'm going to go ahead and circle explain because that's telling us to explain how camouflage and vision work together to help animals survive in their environments. Be sure to use, that's a bossy word, use information from both passages in your paper. Before you begin planning, read. Read what? 2 passages. Animals in Disguise and Seeing Animals Differently. Okay, so I've circled the bossy words. Write, explain, use, and read. Next, we're going to ask what. We're going to take those bossy words and we're going to say what. Explain what. So write. Write what? What am I supposed to write? Explain. Explain what? I'm just going to have this conversation in my head. Use what? Read what? I'm asking a question to make sure that I understand what exactly I'm supposed to do with that bossy command of read, use, explain, write. So now we're going to take the answers to those questions and we're going to underline them. We're going to underline the answer to the what questions of the bossy or command words. So here we go. Write. Write what? An informative essay. Explain. Explain what? How camouflage and vision work together to help animals survive in their environments. Be sure to use. Use what? What am I supposed to use? Oh, information from both passages in your paper. Before you begin planning and writing your paper, we're going to read. Read what? The 2 passages. That's what we're supposed to read. 2 passages. Okay, so our bossy words have been circled. Our answer to the what questions about those bossy words have been underlined. Now we're going to go back and bracket any keywords or phrases that give us any other relevant information that's going to help us answer the question completely. So write an informative essay. Explain how camouflage and vision work together to help animals survive in their environments. I'm going to go ahead and bracket the words environments because that seems very important. I want to make sure that we include environmental factors here. Be sure. I'm going to bracket be sure because be sure is something that's important for me to know. They're expecting me to not forget. Be sure to use information from both passages in my paper. Let's bracket in my paper because obviously that's going to be important. And then it says before. Ooh, before. That's a big word. Let's bracket word before. Before I begin planning and writing my paper, I'm going to read what? These 2 passages. Okay, so this is just an active way of reading the prompt, making sure we understand exactly what we're going to be doing. Next is I wanted to give you just some more words that you're going to look for when you're looking for those bossy words. So some of the words you might be looking for is explain, identify, illustrate, interpret, relate, analyze, describe, and summarize. Compare, contrast, evaluate, agree, and disagree. Go back and hit pause on any of those slides that you want to copy notes down. Those are very important to understand what those words mean before you get into the test. All right, so after we've cupped our prompt, we're going to start planning our essay. So we're going to first read the passages. That's what it told us to do. So we're going to use the highlighter pen to highlight information that we want to include in our essay while we read. So grab the highlighter pen, and as you read, start highlighting information that you feel is important and that you will want to include in your paper. So this is the first passage, Animals in Disguise. You use this middle scroll bar here to scroll down. And then to see the other passage, click the 2, and you can scroll down and you can highlight as you read this passage as well. Sometimes my highlighter thing goes away. I know it works really well in the actual test. Anyways, as you're reading, make sure that you're highlighting or underlining this information as you go. You can even use the pens here to highlight your information. It's not working super great now, but I promise it will work in the test. All right, spend about 15 minutes reading the passages. Then you're going to take your piece of paper that they've given you and the pencil they've given you, and you're going to map out your essay. Remember, you want to map out an introduction, a body, paragraph, and a conclusion. Your essay can be about 3 paragraphs to 5 paragraphs. That's if you want one body in the middle of your introduction and conclusion. That would be a 3-paragraph paper, or you can do a 5-paragraph paper if you want to include some more information. You can even do a 4-paragraph paper if you just want 2 body paragraphs in there. Okay, spend no more than 15 minutes planning your essay, and it might look a little like this. You might have a little rectangle for your introduction and then a couple of squares for your body paragraphs, making sure that each body paragraph stays on its own topic. And after you've read the passages and you've spent time planning your essay, you're going to start typing your paper. Do not write your essay on paper first. This is a waste of time. And like I said, this writing test is not the most important thing in the world. So just start typing as soon as possible. After you've typed your essay, go back and revise your paragraphs. Make sure that your sentences are complete and make sense. Make sure that your paragraphs stay on the main idea or the topic, and make sure that you refer back to the passage. This right here says refer back to the passages. These test graders want to see that you say in your paragraph, according to the author of Seeing Animals Differently, Even goats can see around themselves better than humans. That's what they want to see. They want to see that you can refer back to paragraph 4. They also have 2 sets of eyelids. If you can explain that frogs have 2 sets of eyelids and that you got that information from paragraph 4 of seeing animals differently, and you quote that or cite that into your paragraph, that's definitely going to be a plus for you. They'll like to see that. Add some dress ups. Include a simile, a metaphor. Make sure that you use a variety of sentence types and sentence openers. Throw in some ing openers, prepositional openers, some strong ly adverbs. Then, after revising your paragraph, read your paper one more time looking for spelling, capitalization, punctuation, and typos. Spend no more than 45 minutes writing your paper. The entire essay should take you just a little over an hour to do from start to finish. So I mapped out the time. To cup your prompt might take 5 minutes. Read the passage, that takes about 10 to 15 minutes. You're going to take a few minutes and plan out your paper on paper using the pencil. And then for about 30-45 minutes, start typing, revising, and editing. The total time should take you about an hour or a little over an hour. Keep in mind, do your best and do not stress. This writing test is not the most important thing in life. It isn't. It's just a small portion of this ELA test, and I don't want you to stress about it. Done is your goal. Don't spend there hours and hours on end. Your job is to get in there and get it done, okay? If you get in there and you get it done, then you already are doing a great job, okay? So just get in there and get it done. Come out alive. It's a must. You must go in and you must get it done and just come out alive. I promise you, it's no big deal. You can do this, okay? Don't sweat it. Quiz time. I have a quick little quiz for you. So I'm going to send this in the email, or you can click right here on this link and you can go to a little quick little quiz that'll ask you what the C and the U and the B means. So if you've been paying attention, you're going to do a great job. Guys, you can do this. I promise. Thanks.